Why not pause when I pause the menu? The main reason for that is because the game is sort of always online, because if you want the ability for people to seamlessly be able to join your game, then we need to set it up so that it's creating an online session when you start the game, essentially. And it is possible to make it so that, like, if there's no one in your session and you pause and you open the menu, the game can be like checking like, hey, is there anyone in the session? No, then I can pause. But the bad thing with doing it that way is that then you create a bunch of edge cases for when the game should be on pausing. So, but what if you pause the game, someone just joined just as that happens, because of how, internet isn't, having things running in parallel means that you can run into race conditions. So you have to account for all of those cases. So while we're in early access, we've just decided that we shouldn't focus on that for now, because that could be a potential thing that's just like too much work to maintain. Just having it so that the game doesn't pause just means that it makes it easier in that case. So you're just losing out a feature instead of having a bunch of bugs. So so that's why we don't have pause in the game at the moment. And eventually in the future, we may add like that functionality so that we can actually distinguish that feature set. But that's a lot of work for something that not everyone might notice or might want or make sense. So, we have to sort of decide between either doing that or adding like, a new feature to the game. So it's always that like balancing act that we run into. But I mean, it makes sense. Or it doesn't make sense. Like I'd like the feature too, like so that it actually pauses the game. Because there's a couple of games where it does make sense that it doesn't pause. Like for instance, in I can't remember the names, but there's a bunch of games where like you can get like attacked and stuff like that. Like in Dark Souls. And that's supposed to like keep you on your toes all the time, so you never know when you're being invaded, etc., etc. Getting killed by a spider in a P-break is a feature for sure. If you open up the console, you can pause using the console command pause. So you can pause the game as it is right now. This is a bit tedious.